Good morning, my dear students. In this video, I am going to explain the proper polynomials. Before this, I want to give brief explanation. About the algebra. From 6th class onwards, we are learning about the algebra. What is the use of algebra? Why we are learning algebra? What is the main concept of algebra? Polynomials is also a part of algebra. That's why I am explaining about the algebra. It is a part of algebra. Remember this. Polynomials is also a part of algebra. First of all, in algebra we are using English alphabets. A, B, C, D, P, Q, R, S, X, Y, Z. All these letters we are using in algebra. But actually we are having so many numbers in mathematics. Infinite numbers are there. Negative numbers are there. Fractions are there. Decimals are there. So many numbers are there. But we are using again English alphabets. Why we are using English alphabets in algebra? Because in mathematics or physics, if you observe, every concept should be generalized. This is very important, generalization. Suppose I will give you an example. We know about the even numbers. What are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Like this, so many even numbers are there. But we should give the general form of given number. What is the general form of even number? Here the even number, the general form of even number is 2n. It is the general form of even number. Why? Here we know that 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, all these are even numbers. But one more thing, the multiples of 2 are even numbers. Remember this. Multiples of 2 are even numbers. Multiples of 2 means how we can show 2 into something. 2 into something is called multiple of 2. So 2 into n, the something is called the letter n or 2p. We are taking here, observe English alphabets. 2 into n, you take 2 into, suppose 3 you are taking 6, 6 is even number. So the general form of even number is 2n or 2p or 2k, like that. We are using English alphabets. Understood? Suppose what is the general form of odd number? That is also 2p plus 1. 2p plus 1. Here we are using English alphabets. 2p plus 1 means, suppose if you take 2 instead of p, 2 into 2 plus 1, that is 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. This is odd number. So the general form is 2p plus 1 or 2k plus 1 or 2n plus 1, like that. Compulsory we have to use the English alphabets. Otherwise we can't generalize. Suppose one more example. What is the area of rectangle? L into B. Generally we are using L into B. We are saying like that. Why we are not telling by using the numbers? It is not possible. What is the area of this square? S square. S square, that is the formula. Like this, in every formula we are using English alphabets only. You observe whether it is physics or maths. When we are generalize the concept, compulsory we are using English alphabets. That's why we are using English alphabets in algebra. So algebra is depend upon the English alphabets. This is the criteria of algebra. Now, what is the introduction of algebra? what is the introduction of algebra? First of all, what are the constants? What are the constants? Constants are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, any number is constant. Can you define the term of constant? What is the definition of constant? Constant means which is having its own value. Which is having its own value is called constant. 5 is a constant. Why? It has own value. We can show 5. 4 is a constant. It is having own value. So every number is having its own values. That's why each and every number is called constant. That is the definition of constant. After that, what about variable? What about variable? Variables are generally, we are telling x, y, z, or p, q, r, or a, b, c, like that. What is the definition of variable? How can you define the term variable? Which is not having its own value. They are called variables. Suppose I have x rupees. For example, I have x rupees. Can you tell how many rupees I have? No. Because x is not having its own value. How can you say? Suppose I have y pens. How many pens I have? Can you say? No. Because they are not having own values. We have to give the values to them. That's why they are dependents. Variables are dependents. But constants are independents. You observe this. So constants and variables. These are main concept in algebra. These are the fundamentals. You have to define the variable. Variables are not having their own values. We have to give the values. They are dependents. Constants are having their own values. Next, constants and variables. After that, what is the algebraic term? Next, algebraic term. What do you mean about the algebraic term? How can you define the algebraic term? Algebraic term is, here suppose variable x and constant 4. Constant 4. 4x is called algebraic term. 4x is called algebraic term. What I did here actually, we are multiplying the product of constant and variable is called algebraic term. Remember this. The product of constant and variable is called algebraic term. Understood? Here, suppose I am taking two variables x, y and constant 6. Now, the algebraic term is 6xy. 6xy. This is called algebraic term. So, how to define the algebraic term now? The product of variable and constant is called algebraic term. Understood? Now, I have doubt. Suppose x, I am taking only x. Is it algebraic term? Can you say? Yes, it is algebraic term. Why? Just I explained constant, the product of constant and variable. But here there is no constants. Is it clear? Is it right? X is not having a constant number. Is it correct? Wrong. Here already it is 1 into x. 1 into x. Suppose p, it is also 1 into p. Here constant number is there. So only x is also called an algebraic term. Remember this. Only variable is also algebraic term. P is also algebraic term. Understood? So here you observe the definitions and also you have to observe the link. Suppose only constant I am taking 8. Is it algebraic term? Can you explain? Yes, it is also an algebraic term. How? There is no variable. But it has variable. How it is? X power 0. X power 0 means what is the value in lower classes we studied? If power is 0, the value is 1. So x power 0 value is 1. So 8 into 1 is algebraic term. 8 is also having variable. 9, suppose you take 10, suppose 10. Is it algebraic term? Yes. Every constant number is algebraic term. Every variable is algebraic term. Is it clear, my dear students? Algebraic term means only these are not algebraic terms. Only variable, only constant also algebraic term. So first of all, we learned about the constant, after that variable, after that algebraic term. Next, what about the algebraic expression? You remember these words: variable, constant, algebraic term, and now we are going to algebraic expression. Now, what about algebraic expression? Here, algebraic expression. How to define the algebraic expression? Already we discussed about the algebraic terms. Suppose 2x plus 3y. It is algebraic expression. Or 4p minus 6q plus 7r. It is algebraic expression. What do you understand about the algebraic expression? The sum of algebraic terms is called algebraic expression. 2 or more algebraic terms. Here we are taking 2x, actually it is a algebraic term. 3y is also algebraic term. We are adding to algebraic terms. Then we are getting algebraic expression. Here there are 3 terms. Whether it is minus means it is nothing but we are adding negative number. It is also addition. Remember this. Here 4 minus 6 means what? We are adding negative number to positive number. Like this, addition of algebraic terms is called algebraic expression. So remember these terms. What is variable, what is constant, what is algebraic term, next what is algebraic expression. In these algebraic expressions, if you observe this 8x, here actually it is algebraic term. Is it algebraic expression? 8x, is it algebraic term or algebraic expression? It is algebraic term and algebraic expression also. How? We are not adding any more algebraic term here. Actually, it is plus 0 you take. 0 is constant. Every constant is algebraic term. Remember this. Every constant is algebraic term. So 8x means you should add 8x plus 0. Now it is also sum of the two algebraic terms. So it is called algebraic expression. We observe these definitions. Don't get any confusion. First of all, 8x is algebraic term. It is okay. Now it is algebraic expression. Suppose here this is 7. Actually it is a constant. 7 is algebraic expression. 7 is algebraic expression or not? Yes. Because here you take x power 0. It is algebraic term. Again you take 0 x power 0. What about this? This is the logic. This is the logic. So, every constant, now every constant is algebraic expression. You observe the link. Every constant is algebraic term. Now, every constant is algebraic expression. Every variable is algebraic term. But every variable is algebraic expression. So this is the important logic. Now suppose 8x. Now 8x is algebraic expression. Here this is only one term. Already we know this is, if one term is monomial. This is the types of algebraic expressions. What are the types of algebraic expressions? Monomial, binomial, here trinomial. Suppose more than 3 terms, multinomial. Suppose there are 4 terms or 5 terms or 6 terms, that is called multinomial. Now one more thing, 4x square plus 5x plus 7. What is this? Actually here there are 3 terms. It is a trinomial. It is algebraic expression. When here, if you observe this, 2x plus 3y, here power is 1, here power is 1. It is a first degree binomial. First degree binomial. It is a second degree trinomial. Second degree trinomial. Here the power is 2, here this is 1. Which is greater? 2 is greater. So it is called second degree. Suppose if you observe this, 3x cube plus 5x square plus 7x plus 6. What about this? It is a third degree algebraic expression. Third degree algebraic expression or third degree multinomial. You remember these terms. Here this is second degree algebraic expression. This is first degree algebraic expression. It is also first degree algebraic expression, but you have to mention the name. It is first degree binomial. Understood? Like this, we can define the algebraic expressions: monomial, trinomial, binomial, multinomial. One more thing you have to observe: when it is a second degree algebraic expression, how many terms are there? How many terms are there? In second degree, we are having 3 terms. It is very important. Third degree expression, how many terms are there? 4 terms. Suppose an algebraic expression, nth degree algebraic expression, nth degree. Third degree is having 4 terms. Second degree is having 3 terms. Nth degree how many? N plus 1. You observe this logic. One more than the degree. So, nth degree algebraic expression is having n plus 1 terms. N plus 1 terms. In some cases, we are writing 4x cube plus 8. But actually, third degree algebraic equation is having how many terms? 4 terms. But we are having here only 2. Is it correct? Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. What about the remaining terms? The remaining terms are 0. Here actually 4x cube plus 0 plus 0 plus 8. Here x square term is 0, x term is 0 and constant. Need not to write all these zeros. Simply you can write 4x cube plus 8. Here sometimes you are observe x power 16 plus 1. It is a 16th degree algebraic expression. Actually we are having 17 terms. Degree is 16. So we should have 17 terms. But here I wrote only 2 terms. Then remaining all terms are 0. So clearly you should understand these concepts. Next, one more thing is, here x power is 3 and coefficient is 3. Here x power, in this case x power is 2, coefficient is 5. Here this is power or exponent. It is power or exponent. It is coefficient. Remember this. What is the x cube coefficient? That is 3. What is the x square coefficient? That is 5. What is the x coefficient? 7. Suppose in some cases 6x square minus x plus 8. What is the x coefficient now? Minus 1, because here this is minus. Minus 1 you have to write. What is the x square coefficient? That is 6. What is the degree of a constant? It is also very important bit. What is the degree of the constant? It is always 0. Remember this. The degree of constant is always 0.